attention to the...
Kick chat says, Sneako sneak dissed me on his wonderful Twitter. I just saw this before I came home from the airport. What does the sage Sneako have to say to us? How can he enlighten us today? Oh boy.
I don't pay attention to the soy boys.
Oh yeah, I like how we preface that. So I don't pay attention to these people, but I am about to talk about them a lot.
But I was late night, couldn't sleep last night. Search my name on YouTube, see what they're saying. Soy boys are getting into Discord calls, a bunch of them.
How can you? Okay, Sneako, lil bro, let me give you a tip, okay? Instead of saying I searched myself up on their channels to see what they were saying about me, I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh, Sneako. Yeah, just say that like, oh, a fan sent me this, because then you even sound more famous. Say a fan sent me this on Discord, rather than admitting that you're up late at night, unable to sleep, thinking about what I might be saying about you on my YouTube channel. Why would you admit that?
I don't pay attention to the soy boys, but I was late night, couldn't sleep last night. Search my name on YouTube, see what they're saying. Soy boys are getting into Discord calls, a bunch.
How old is this Discord call? Like, this is my Huntington Beach apartment. This is at least 2 years old? Were we even talking about Sneak? Did I even know Sneako?
Bunch of them, like the same measly, same physiognomy, low testosterone. That's the part that they don't want to.
This is the second LA apartment? Are you sure it's the second LA apartment and not the first? So it's about 2 years ago. Pretty sure that was... I don't even know if I knew Sneako back then, but maybe, okay.
Same physiognomy, low testosterone. That's the part that they don't want to talk about. Like the same measly, same physiognomy, low testosterone.
Same physiognomy, low testosterone. Lil bro, what are you talking about? Lil bro looks like he just came from an interracial twink shoot. Why are you talking about physiognomy or testosterone? Like, bro, what are we talking about? Like, he's got DSL bigger than Zerka. Like, what, bro? Why? Just stop.
That's the part that they don't want to talk about. Like, all the liberal people who hate on me all the time, they just have low testosterone.
Oh, that's why people that hate me just have, they're deficient in a hormone. Because there could be no possible reason why people might hate one of the most controversial figures on the internet, Sneako and the Red Pill. That must be the reason. There's no other possible reason why if somebody disagrees with me, it must be physiological. My truth is so undeniable that it has to be some sort of like endocrinological, is that even a word? Hormonal deficiency? Something wrong with your endocrinology in order to have a disagreement? Like, there's no other reason? Really? You can't fathom why somebody might not...
They don't have aspirations, so they choose to cope.
Also, disagree with you when? That's true too. Because disagreeing with Sneako, if you say, I disagree with Sneako, bro, you gotta quantify that. In what time period, okay? Because disagreeing with Sneako can mean everything from... I don't even know how many ideologies he's been through right now. Open-minded YouTuber, I think up to the Ultra Tate fanboy, up to the Islamic arc, through the Zerka Chaos arc, into the Aiden Ross arc. Like, what, disagree with, at what time period?
Instead of become better. You could choose two things when you go on your social media feed. You could see people doing better than you, and you can get inspired, and you can try to see, oh, why are they successful? You can analyze how they got to that point, or you can choose to cope in the comments.
Who's he talking about? Is he talking, he must be talking about the fans, right? Do you think you're doing better than me? I don't want to do like a direct comparison. And also, it's not even fair because you're like 20 years old. You're like a child, right? So, but like, and it's also this obsession with like every single, oh yeah, he might have done a slight Christian arc as well, maybe. It's also this obsession with like every single figure you watch has to be your ultimate role model, inspiring you to do, bro, like some people might just watch a guy because he's funny, right? I've never in my life have I wanted to be George Carlin or Dave Chappelle or Chris Rock. But they're funny people. I'll watch them, I'll laugh at their jokes. Like, you don't have to want to be like every single piece of content you consume. That's like that's got to be like the definition of like a weak or empty man. Somebody who decides that he needs to copy every single figure that he sees around him that has like an admirable trait, that I want to be exactly that type of person. Like, is that not the definition of a bot or an NPC? Like, can't you just like somebody and not want to be a carbon copy of them?
The social media provides you the tools to become inspired or to cope. That's what the like and reply.
Social media doesn't give you the tools to do anything but be sad about society. Social media is not for the healthy minds. I'm sorry. But also, this is YouTube, okay? This is YouTube and Twitch and Kick and streams. I don't know if I would even call this social media. It's probably a measurably different type of thing. It feels kind of weird to call YouTube social media. When you think of social media, I think you're generally thinking of a thing that you exercise a social life on. So posting updates about yourself, thoughts and opinions. I think things like Twitter, where you have like profiles. Things like Twitter are probably social media. Things like Facebook are probably social media. Are you participating in social media watching YouTube videos? I don't know about that. Not too sure about that one, Chief.
The dislike button, you could always choose to just be a hater. And that's what they chose to do. So we're singing a Discord call. How much money does Sneako really make? He probably makes net positive $10,000 a month. You know how dumb it is? Like one of the biggest leftist political commentator right now.
Oh, he's giving me the Hassan treatment where he won't say my name. Do you think he's gonna go this whole video showing pictures of me but not saying my name? Okay.
$1,000 a month. You know how dumb it is? Like one of the biggest leftist political commentator right now, the blue hair one, you know what I'm talking about. He was saying he probably makes at most $10K a month. At most. You've been to my apartment. You know how much it costs.
What, like 3 or 4K a month?
Sneako lacks the unyielding power and enlightenment of the Dalabani chromosome. Yeah.
I'm sorry, he lives in a 1-bedroom apartment in like Brickell. I mean, like, what do you think? I'm sorry, what? I've been in your apartment. You act like you live in a penthouse in like New York City? Or like, what do you mean? My rent is probably more than yours. What are you talking about?
You've seen my editors, my employees alone, and all the expenses before that. Way more than 10K a month.
Yes, lil bro. That's what net means. That's what net means.
Positive 10,000. The dislike button, you could always choose to just be a hater. And that's what they chose to do. So we're singing a Discord call. How much money does Sneako really make? He probably makes net positive $10,000 a month. You know how dumb it is? Like one of the biggest leftist political commentator right now, the blue hair one, you know what I'm talking about. He was saying he probably makes at most $10K a month. At most. You've been to my apartment. You know how much it costs. You've seen my editors, my employees alone, and all the expenses before that. Way more than 10K a month.
Yes. Can somebody teach him what net means? When I say you make net 10K a month, that means after expenses. Labor is an expense. Your employees are an expense. That is what net means, lil bro.
Do you think I'm just losing money every month? Is that, what operation do you think I'm running? And they're just sitting them all in a Discord call gaming and like popping Adderall. How much does he make? This is what you do? And at one point this other soy boy asked,
what do you mean this is what you do? As opposed to what? What you do is change up ideologies every 2 months with a different girl in the background because God forbid you ever seen on your own and you don't have the validation of a female next to you selling the idea to your fans that you're some Giga Chad guy? What do you mean? That's all we do. You're obsessively watching videos about me. Oh, like, didn't we just talk about this like 2 nights ago? Why are you acting like this video is years old?
Is it rude to speculate how much someone's making? Like, no. How much? They're just jealous and coping. They're sitting in a call live. I don't know why this is their entertainment.
I have discovered this. The ultimate cope is calling other people cope. Like, that is the ultimate cope. Like, you're oh, he's just coping. Oh, you think it's gross that I walk around with my diaper? You're just coping because you're not brave enough to your diaper and walk around. Oh, you think it's a cope that I change ideologies every 4 months? You're just sad that you've been stuck in the same ways for your whole life. Oh, you think it's a cope that no, bro. Nobody's coping. Nobody's jealous of you. I don't know what you're talking about. Least of all me. Holy, what are you talking? What aspect of your life do you think I'm jealous of? What the? What do you even, again, and I hate to do the direct comparisons. One, because it's cringe. Because I don't need to compare myself to other people to look good. There's one person that I compare myself to, and that's myself 5 seconds ago, okay? The only person you should ever compare yourself in life to is where you are coming from, right? You better hope that where you're going is incremental improvements along the way. That's the only person in life you should be comparing yourself to. Unless you're competing, then you compare yourself to other people around you, and then you murder them, okay? But like, if we're comparing, there is no aspect of your life that I would ever want, except for maybe your age. I mean, like, but that's also another unfair thing. Bro, you're like 10 years younger than me. Like, I mean, why would we compare ourselves, right? Like, obviously, you're going to be lacking in every single area compared to me. But I've had, like, so much more time to work on my...
the actual internet, boogeyman?
Yeah, seriously.
And you kind of feel sad because they're in a constant state of coping.
like you making a video about in your car about something I said 2 nights ago because it rattled you so hard? Bro, an idea that I had earlier is I should film videos like this in response to Sneako, and progressively as the video goes on, there's like little jump cuts. I'm getting like more and more wet as I spray myself down. My shirt would probably come off like halfway through just for no reason.
At one side, like from the position over here, one makes you kind of want to flex more. They're even talking about my car.
Flex what? What are you flexing, little bro? Again, I don't like to do this, but if he wants to go there, like, what could you possibly flex?
This is like what they get right after they leave the army. This is an SRT. This is a V8. You know how much this costs? You think they get this when you get out of the military?
First of all, yes, tons of people get out of the military. They've been living on bases for years, and they've got a whole bunch of disposable income, and then they buy exactly that type of car. So, number one, lil bro, yes. Number two, how American do you have to be to brag about like a $70,000 car with a V8? Bro, can you imagine? Can you imagine me like walking around and be like, huh, yeah, I got the EcoBoost 3.1 liter engine. Yeah, it's the same one that the Mustangs use in my, yeah, it's 350 horse. Like, bro, why are you bragging about a V8 in a $70,000 car? What are you doing? Why? Mate, why would you do that?
You're gonna hit
Oh my, that's like some redneck be like, yeah, I got a Hemi. Like, what do you, bro, why?
This is a V8. You know how much this costs? You think they get this when you get out of the military? You're gonna hate on my car? That's how down bad you are?
I don't even think I hated on his car. I think that was somebody else. Maybe he's referring to everybody in the call. We've like oozed into this collective boogeyman for him to be afraid of, I guess, but.
So I could choose to flex or I could choose to inspire more. So I want.
What do you
I swear Gen Z is just a collection of catchphrases with no understanding or meaning.
At least when Andrew Tate is flexing, he's flexing Bugattis, which, what does a Bugatti start at? Don't Bugattis start at like $5 million? Aren't Bugattis like expensive cars? Oh, is it 1.4 million? Sorry, okay. Like, yeah, at least like, if Andrew Tate's gonna flex a car, it's gonna be an expensive ass car.
I want you guys, if you're hating on me, you're sitting there coping, trying to find a reason why I'm not better than you. Get better. Go to the gym more. Make some more money. Instead of watching this content constantly and trying to figure out, he's a grifter here. Try to figure out like, okay, how did I get to this point where I'm successful and I can do what I want?
I guess he still watches me because he posts like apparently he posts screenshots of me in his Discord. I didn't know that. This message was simultaneously one of the saddest and funniest messages I've ever seen in my life. Sneako posted in his Discord. Doing the jail stream with Aiden Ross today at 3 p.m. EST. Do me a favor and spam W.
Rappers flex the degen lifestyle, rife with provocative women, drugs, alcohol, and reckless spending on cars and jewelry. How does Sneako not see that this is what he emulates?
True. Doing the jail stream with Aiden Ross today at 3 p.m. EST. Do me a favor and spam W Sneako in chat. Some of his fans get butthurt when I talk about Ukraine and the gender. Very funny that the Rumble chat thinks I'm too normie now and the Kick chat thinks I'm too schizo. I'll plan a desktop stream for tonight. Haven't forgot about the talent show. Tonight can be good for the talent show, actually. 9 p.m. EST, I'll debate more. Bro, imagine, like, guys, I'm going to go to another person's chat. Can you guys please, can you guys spam W's for me so that they don't think that I'm, like, a corny-ass loser? Like, bro. Okay, what's up?
I appreciate that, Destiny.
All right, bye.
Remember to hit that like and subscribe, and don't forget the notification bell so that my videos show up. right in your feed.